Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Safina Amalia Bahri. My student ID is 33220174. My class is 335A01. Today, I'm going to presentate about oral presentation as a part of Language Assessment Final Exam Project Part 1. Here is the outline for today's presentation. First of all, we are going to discuss about the definition and purpose of oral presentation. What is oral presentation? Oral presentation is a type of exam that measures the student's skills in speaking. What is the purpose of oral presentation? The purpose of oral presentation is to assess the student's ability and capability of conveying a message in real-life situations. Here are the methods in oral presentation. In this presentation, we are going to discuss only 4 methods. The first method is read aloud test. In this type of method, the teacher instructs the students to read a selected passage out loud. As an example, the teacher instructs the students to read aloud a passage about education development, record it, and then submit it to the teacher. The second method is question and answer. In this type of method, the teacher holds an interview with the students with asking several questions regarding various topics. As an example, an interview about the happiness in the students' lives and asking the students to make their own definition of happiness. The third method is role play. In this type of method, the teacher instructs every student to play a role based on the real-life conversations and situations. As an example, a role play of a receptionist and a tourist in a 4-star hotel. In this type of role play, each student in the group are given the role of either a receptionist or a tourist. And the last method is retelling a story news event. Every students are told by the teacher to retell a story that he or she has read or listened to before from various sources. As an example, retelling the legend of Batu Menangis in English chronologically by either reading it aloud in front of the class or record it and then submit it to the teacher. Okay, before we close the presentation, as for your information, all of the materials in this presentation comes from the book Language Assessment, Principles and Classroom Practices by Brown and Abe Wikrama in 2019. Thank you all for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine, and you?
I'm pretty well. Okay. Students, have you studied for today's exam?
Yes, me? Yes, I have.
Okay. Today, the exams will have two parts, verbal essay and pre-interview. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. First of all, in verbal essay, it's going to be less interactive, more formal, and more strict in the rules. And remember, cheating is unacceptable and also forbidden in this exam. In this first part, I want you to read an essay about happiness. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are there any questions?
No, no.
Okay. Now, let me explain for the next second part. Pre-interview. So in this part, each of you will get 3 questions based on the essay that you read. Each of you will get 3 different questions due to the differences in the content and the title of the essay. So you have to prepare for any possibilities, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Before we start, let me distribute the essays to both of you. Here you go. Here you go. Time's runs out, everyone. Now, let's move on to the next part, which is pre-interview. Are you ready?
Yes.
So, let me explain to you. Wait a minute. Let's start with you, Beryl. Which essay did you pick? Oh, I see. So, how was your holiday, Beryl?
My holiday is fine because I didn't do any work. I just stayed in my house.
I see. What did you do?
I just played video games and cleaned my house.
I see. And how was your parents?
Excuse me?
How was your parents during the holiday?
My parents, it was really fun. Doing that.
I see. So, let's start with the first question. Based on the essay, what is happiness? With your own words.
I think happiness is a state of mind and personality that happen within a person's soul.
I see. you, Guam.
Yes.
So during last holiday, what did you do during Christmas holiday?
During my Christmas holiday, that morning, I attended morning morning Christmas service in my church, and after that, I get to rest. I get to rest at home until afternoon, and after that, I don't really do much. After that, I just stay home. After going to church, stay home and rest.
What did you eat during Christmas Eve?
Uh, I didn't I didn't actually eat anything particular, to be honest. I didn't eat any cakes. I didn't eat cakes, biscuit whatsoever. Just eat regular food.
I see. So, this is the one that you choose, right?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, based on this essay, what is the profession of the happiest man in the world based on this essay?
Based on what I read, I think it's a security guard in Colombo.
Right, right. Now, for the second question, why does good health is important for our happiness?
Excuse me.
What do you think is the importance of good health and happiness?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it again?
Okay, I will make it a lot easier to understand.
Tiga.
I think, in my opinion, if you feel very unhappy, you could get a very bad mood, and maybe your brain will just think negatively, and someday you could maybe fall sick someday.
I see. Now, for the last question. How important is a social community for our happiness?
It's very important to adapt to the community because you get to meet other people and maybe have an exchange with them. Maybe they will tell you what sort of things will make them feel happier, and maybe we could have a thing in common that can make both of us happy at the same time.
I see. Thank you, Guam.
You're welcome.
Let me give you the or output.
Ya.
Okay, it's now time to give you both the feedback. Carol, I think you have done a good job in your speech. However, and also, I hope you can extend your vocabulary more in the future and practice more in your grammar. And as for the correction, I think you need to make yourself more fluent than before because you still need a lot in progress. And as for Guam, I believe I have a proud in your confidence and also you'll try your best to make yourself fluent as possible. However, there are too much repetition in your speech about the vocabulary and too much mistakes in your grammar. Okay. Any questions for today? Okay. I hope you all can do your best in the future and keep progress and do your best in your English. Thank you all for coming.
Now, I will present my students' results in the speaking exam. Here is the scoring table. And this is the grading table. Now, let's discuss the total scores of my students. As we can see from the table, Farrell received 78 score. As for Huang, he received 69 scores. As for the grades, both of them received B. Thank you all for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.